Hey YouTube, this is Floyd Francis 2000 with another review for Boardwalk Empire, Season 4, Episode 7, entitled Wilson Williams. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm not going to mention everything, but just what stood out to me from each character. Margaret. I'm going to start with Margaret. She is working there under a false name. Her name is Margaret Schroeder, and the last name is Rowan that she's using or something like that. Arnold Rothstein comes there, and I think he's using a false name as well. And they kind of see each other and they just kind of go, "Oh my God!" And then he leaves her some money, I guess, to keep his secret, and he'll keep hers. And then he calls her, and I guess kind of blackmails her, or says not to be discreet about who he really is, not to say anything. She just goes, "Yes, I understand." But what I think is going to happen, I think she's going to actually end up having to go to Nucky, and that he's going to cause some problems for her. Maybe she might even lose her job. Anyway, I do believe that her and Nucky will end up back together, and I hope so. I really do. Oh, let's go to Chalky. Chalky still infatuated with this chick that he's seeing, and they're sleeping together one night, and she goes to tell the story about her mother and how she was a prostitute. When she used to turn her tricks, she used to wait in the closet and watch. Her mother would say not to peek, and then she had this like jar of acid or jar of something to kind of keep around her in case the men got a little bit rough, and that one of the guys killed her, and that she saw the thing happen, and she said that she burned him or something. And then at the end we find out that I think the doctor, I forget his name, but the one that talks very proper, I think that he is the guy that killed her mother. And then the guy who took her in and got her singing and probably prostituting or whatever, I think that's the guy who killed her mother, because she was looking at his chest, and he was saying how it caused him pain to have to kill her mother, but something about how he was happy he found her or something like that. I can't remember everything. It's been almost a week since I watched it, but anyway, I do think that's either her father, probably her father and the guy who killed her mother. But I do believe he's going to try to kill Chalky, and that I think Chalky sleeping with her was a bad idea, and I think that they're trying to kill him. But anyway, let's talk to you about when what's his name, Dunn, goes to the meeting. I guess all the black people and the pastor, they have the meetings where they kind of tell Chalky the problems that they're having. He tries to help them. But anyway, Dunn is doing it now ever since Chalky got the club, and they're really getting mad that he doesn't come there anymore. They kind of, oh yeah, he just wants to be there with the white folks. But he just assures them that that the heroin epidemic will end up being dealt with. And then they go, we're tired of all our young black men being strung out on heroin. And then he just goes, yeah, and they blame it all on Chalky. The doctor, he ends up saying it was Chalky as well, and Dunn as well. And I really do think at the end of this episode, and I'm going to get to it, Dunn is going to end up dying. I'm going to tell you why. Dunn comes back and he wants to have a word with the pastor, and what happens is he ends up killing the pastor. He just takes a knife and kills him. And I think that's foreshadowing his death. Because why would you go and kill this man, this pastor? I think Dunn is just really dumb. I really had high hopes, or higher hopes for him. But anyway, that's what happened. What's I want to talk to you about? Oh, Jillian is trying to kick her heroin addict. Her boo, or whatever his name is, the guy who's in her life is helping her kick the habit, and she's going through it through the hot flashes, but he's there helping her. I think he really is falling for her, and I just can't stand her because she's so evil and she doesn't deserve him or any other man. I didn't want her coming back this season. I wanted her to be gone from last season. But anyway, she's back, and I think maybe now her and him are going to, try to come together with a lot of, good lawyers and try to get Tommy back. But I really hope she doesn't succeed. But yeah, Nucky is having dinner or is over his brother's house when, you know, Nucky's nephew, he can't hardly deal with what happened. So he just drops out of school. He goes to see, he comes back home, and then he just tells everybody that he really doesn't want to continue to go to school anymore and that he dropped out. He's not going back. His father's just like, no, you're going back. You're definitely going back. And, he's telling him, get your hands off me. And they get into a fight. And he says, I had to go to work while you were in jail. And, their daughter's there. And she goes, jail. And then we find out that his other children didn't even know he went to jail. And, and he walks, he goes, you quit school. You're out of this house. He goes, I'm leaving anyway. He walks off and leaves. And then Nucky tries to, talk to him, try to talk to Eli to calm him down. But Eli's like, don't talk to me about my kids. These are my kids. Later on, he's at Nucky's house, Nucky's nephew, and Nucky tries to talk to him about going back to school, not dropping out. But he really looks up to Nucky, and he wants to continue, I guess, to be in that business somehow. I can't remember anything else that happens, really. But anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. Follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21, and that's DrinkMeUp21, and I'll see you next week.